Hey there everyone, welcome to WIP Wednesday. I haven't done one of these in a little while, but just things have been crazy. So I have two WIPs right now I'm in the middle of working on, and so I thought I would just finish these up as much as I could because they're both on my desk right now taking up space. So one is this red hair from a Hair Inspirations by Mariola Budek. I did film the tutorial for it, so that will be either coming out before or after, depending on my editing gusto. And then I am still working on my buddy color page that I did on a live stream with Erica over at Elm Colors. So I figured I could work a little bit more on that one as well. But let's start with this red hair, because like having these small pieces not done is driving me bonkers. And then I might just start on her skin or go over to my buddy color. Let's just see where the wind takes us. All right, so yeah, I keep meaning to film my WIP Wednesdays, but it has been busy because most of the time I can only film them on like a Monday. Sometimes I can film them on a Tuesday, like today, for example, is a Tuesday, and I'm filming it. But it just really depends on what's going on. With the kids out of school, you know, my schedule's kind of changed, obviously. And then, of course, my youngest has her broken leg, so she doesn't really let me come up to my studio much. And so, like, when I go to film, you know, I have to kind of ask myself, well, what is priority to film? And I really, really love WIP Wednesdays, but I know not everyone watches them or cares for them, which is fine. No biggie there. You know, and then I have some products like I've been sent by companies, so those take priority, and tutorials to film or like cool little goodies I just can't wait to unbox with you guys. So yeah, it's just been a matter of kind of picking and choosing, and so WIP Wednesdays kind of went to the bottom. I think I may start doing some more like just random color and chats and not making like a whole big episode vlog type series out of it, but I'm not totally sure. We'll see on that. But yeah, so summer, you know, I knew summer was going to be crazy. It always is, and words. I don't handle summer well, and that's just because with my OCD, everything has to be just so, and summer is not just so. It is chaos. You know, kids coming in and out, play dates just thrown together at random. It's just, I can't live in that chaos. So I do get a little more stressed around the summer, and I was like so relieved because I was like, okay, well, my youngest is 6 now. She can do a little bit more on her own this summer. Not a lot. It's not like I let her roam the neighborhood by any means, like ever. But, you know, I was just, she had more friend options and stuff like that. Whereas the last few years she hasn't, because she didn't go to school. She didn't have a lot of friends. But then she broke her leg, and I was like, well, that sucks. And like, so our vacation plans, we didn't really have a ton because my son got on comp soccer team and we weren't sure how that was going to impact vacations. So we didn't really plan anything, but I mean, anything like we normally do, like, you know, take the kids to the aquatic center, and that's out. Even going to the zoo right now is out because she's in a full leg cast and it just is too hot. I mean, we are not below 95, and we haven't been in the last couple weeks. My poor grass. Ugh. It's dying. It's dead. So yeah, it's just been too hot. And when you're in a full leg cast, it's like wearing a blanket. You're just like roasting in that thing. And so every time my husband's like, let's go do this, I'm like, are you mad? She's gonna sweat to death in that. So yeah, it's just been kind of, and then, you know, I still have work, and work is kind of stressful at the summertime because I swear it's like all of my team members just go on vacation mentally, physically. They just disappear because we hire a lot of freelancers. It's like, where'd you go? Are you working? It's like they go on summer vacation in their head. I don't know. So yeah, it gets a little busier for me because I'm kind of putting out fires here and there, but I've got that. I've got my kiddo with a broken leg, and we're still trying to finish up some last little bits of the house that we plan to have contractors do, and then the rest will be on us. Like we installed our road off to the side of the property. Hey, look at that. It's so much faster when you're on camera. Maybe I'll work on her skin. So yeah, we installed the road off to the side of our property now, so that's done. And so we're kind of working on just having them bury a few things, downspouts that weren't done, and then that's the last of like professional contractors. We were gonna have our contractor finish our basement bathroom, and I just decided, you know what, we gotta just DIY this, because with the cost of things going up, you know, it's just getting more and more expensive to hire a contractor, because obviously they need to make a profit. So their prices are high, the supplies are already high enough. So yeah, I gotta figure out how to do that, because we wanted to move my son, who is in junior high, into the basement. He'll have his own bathroom and stuff, and just kind of get that ball rolling. And my goal was to do that before school starts, which is coming up real fast. But man, with these soccer tournaments, I was not prepared. We've never done comp soccer. We've always been a rec league family, so this was new for us. And wow, we did his first tournament last week, and I just had like no time. By the time I got home, I mean, you were out there or gone from the house easy, anywhere from 6 to 8 hours depending on the day. And yeah, by the time you got home, you were just wiped, mentally, physically, emotionally. So that was an interesting experience. It was fun, but it was just like, oh, I'm so tired. I mean, I haven't even colored much. Like, I'll sit down and either work on a color by number mandala or diamond painting, because that's just all I have energy for. I don't really even have the energy to color a page right now, because I'm just so wiped. I'm like, I don't want to pick colors and sharpen a pencil, all the ridiculous excuses that you give yourself. So yeah, I just have to get used to that, I guess. We have a tournament next week, and for that one, basically I told my husband I needed a mini vacation from everyone, because I'm going bonkers mad. Like, you know, I know like a lot of my neighbors are like, oh, I love summer when the kids are home, and I would love it too if I didn't work full time while they were here. That's what is throwing it off, you know, because I still have a job to do while they're just hanging out here with their friends, or my son's working as well, so I drive him to work. So it's just getting a little bit crazy around here, for lack of a better way, because it's just loud, and you know, I'm taking care of my daughter who has the broken leg. She can't get around a ton. She's actually getting really good with the wheelchair though, so that's been really nice, but still she needs a lot of help. And I just told my husband, I was like, I need a break. Like, I feel like I'm just nonstop go between appointments and driving the kids to and from work and friends' houses, and I mean, I'm like not sleeping, I'm not getting any rest time, and it's like I want to sit down and color, and I don't even have time to do that. Like, I was coming up with this red hair combo, and it took me forever, because I would just sit down to work on it, and then I just kind of like, I'd get sidetracked, or I'd have to get back to work, or my youngest would throw a fit anytime I left her alone. That's the hardest part. She's throwing tantrums really bad right now, and it's kind of a weird pickle to be in because Peach at. You understand why she's throwing the tantrums. You know, she's frustrated and she's bored and she doesn't want to be all locked up in a chair. But at the same time, it's like, you cannot act this way. But it's really hard to punish a kid that's stuck in a wheelchair. So it's like, this is kind of just really screwing with me here. So yeah, we've been struggling with that because it's like she'll just throw these tantrums or start getting mean, and you're like, I don't know, like what boundary, you know, how far do you let their tantrum go before you're like, all right, that's it, this is unacceptable, whether you got a broken leg and you're ticked off at the world or not, like. But she's also 6, so she just doesn't understand or know really how to process those feelings. So yeah, like about 3 o'clock is when she starts just melting down, and that's about when I'm like, oh. We got her power wheel so that she could like kind of ride around the neighborhood and feel like she's moving. But the bummer with the power wheel is it's so hot, and by the time she wants to get in it, I mean, it's like 100 degrees. Like, picture, like, because my friend sent me the perfect meme for it. You know, in the Terminator movie where, you know, the nuclear bomb or whatever it is they fire off goes off, and like, you just basically, your skin melts right off as you're holding the fence. That's how I feel in the heat out there. So like, we'll ride back and forth and up and down the street, and then I'm like, okay, we gotta go inside. I'm like sweating to death, and I can just feel my skin roasting. I mean, like, put some butter and garlic on there, and I'm ready to go. But yeah, it's just so hot by the time she wants to go out, because she's not a morning person. And like, the earliest I seem to be able to like get her alive and ready is like about 10, but even by 10 it's already warm. So I also bought a bike with one of those trailers so your kids can kind of like ride in it. And I went to set it up, and then that night there was a storm, so I was like, dang it, I can't take her for a ride. And so I'm gonna try and go tonight, but my son has soccer. So it's like every time I have something planned, something else just like pops up and goes, hello, I'm just gonna get in your way. That's how I feel. So I'm just like, oh, all right. But yeah, I am gonna try and get her out tonight on the bike and trailer thingy, and hopefully see how well that works for us. Because it would be fun, and it would be good exercise for me, because I haven't really been getting much exercise. I'm definitely feeling that, and so are my pants. So I'm like, I need to lose weight, and my whole goal this summer was to lose weight, but I didn't plan on my kid breaking her leg either, so a few things got in the way of my plans, but we'll see. I'm hoping the weather, because we just get these freak, like, almost monsoon style, and we're not even tropical, but monsoon style, like, storms flying in out of nowhere. Just all of a sudden the wind picks up, and you're looking at your weather app like, where's this storm coming from? It's not even mentioned. And then it's just downpouring, and it's like 80-mile-an-hour winds and just crazy rain and hail, and you're like, okay. But that's just how summers are in Utah. But when you're trying to plan, like, I really want to go ride this bike I just spent all this money on, or this time assembling, and can't do it. But yeah, I swear I'm like the circus director right now. By the way, please don't take this as a skin tutorial. This is just me belting out skin the good old-fashioned fast way. So, you want a real skin tutorial, please watch my video on that, where I take my time and do layers. This one I'm just like, la-ti-da. Just really quickly throwing that together, and we're gonna call it a day, sort of thing. But so yeah, I'm hoping I will get on track with the video soon. because they are going to, so August 1st, my youngest with a broken leg, they're going to take off her full leg cast no matter what, is what the doctor said. So I'm holding them to that when we go in on August 1st. If he's like, oh, never mind, I'm like, no, you said no matter what. But she's supposed to get it off. Now, she will either be put in a below the knee cast or a boot, depending on how the bone has been healing is the problem. And he can't predict that part. He just said, guarantee, no matter what, this whole full leg cast will be off on August 1st. I'm like, okay, I really hope you're not just saying that to keep me sane and then change your mind. But if she's in a boot, that would be awesome, because then she can actually like take it off and take baths and showers. And then we just, put it back on at all times. We'll get her one of those little scooter things, so you have your bent leg on it and use your good leg to scoot around. That'll be a lot easier than the wheelchair, for sure. So that'll be nice. The bathing will be so much better, because sponge bathing is just, well, it's not fun. Let's just put it that way. But if it's a below the knee cast, that'll still help. She can use the scooter. She can get around a ton more than she is right now. So it's still a good thing to get the below the knee cast. It's just she won't be able to like bathe still. We'll have to do the sponge baths, but that's okay. I'd be fine. I just want that full leg cast off so she's a little bit more mobile. She can go do stuff with her friends. The scooter thing will be easier, because right now it's looking like this broken leg may fall into the new school year. So right now he's trying really hard. He's hoping he can get it healed before then, because he really doesn't want her to have to go to school, with the cast or even the boot and this the little scooter thing. The scooter will be easier to get around at school, but it's just gonna be, it would be really hard. And so he's trying, but can only do so much. So he's been very strict with her care instructions. Like, a lot of kids with a full leg cast by now would bear some weight on it, but he's made it clear, he's like, absolutely no weight. Like, I want this to heal, and anytime you put weight on it, it's just hindering the process. Yeah, it's convenient, but it's just going to take longer. So he's like, keep her off that leg. So that's why we're like really enforcing the wheelchair. But we'll see. So I'm hoping August 1st that's taken care of, and then my son will have one more soccer tournament in August, and then he'll be done with tournaments, and then the soccer season actually picks up. So it'll be pretty busy still. Where's my mahogany? It'll still be pretty busy for us, but at least like by then my daughter should be fully out of her cast, I hope. And then we'll just like kind of go from there, I guess. But it's been a long ride, y'all. Very, very long ride. And let me sharpen this. Quite a ways to go still, but we're more than halfway there, I guess we could say. So but yeah, so I did the Destash video for books not too long ago, and by that I mean this past 2 weeks ago. That's right, because this past Sunday was a buddy color. And those are shipping out, so thank you to all that helped destash. It was fun. I kind of just went through all of my adult coloring books and ones I don't color in and gave them away for the cost of shipping a flat rate large box. So I've got 4 very heavy flat rate boxes over here. Post office is going to regret that whole flat rate thing soon. But yeah, I got 4 that are going out tomorrow to my lucky winners. I have been asked to update my colored pencil collection video, so I'm going to try and squeeze that in. A lot of videos that you guys have requested may not appear until the kids are back in school, because then I'll have the house, because my daughter, my youngest, will not be in kindergarten, so she won't have half day anymore. Yes! Like, my house will be empty all day! So I'll be able to, like, film more. I don't have to, like, rush off to a bus stop. I can even do some lives in the middle of the day. Oh my gosh, it's like, I just can't wait. I need it now. Like, I'm just going bonkers. But we're almost there. Almost there. That's what I keep telling myself. Just keep going. Just keep going. It's such a tease, though, because the first week of school is a half day. So, second week of school is when I'll be able to finally, like, build a routine and get back into filming regularly, because things are just so wacky right now. I have so many people sending me happy mail and products to try, and I'm like, please just bear with me. I really appreciate it. I can't review this right this second, but I promise I will. But you know, I feel bad, and I do have some mystery happy mail. I put it in my community tab and no one replied, but I got some happy mail. It's been a month now. And one had to do with diamond painting and one had to do with adult coloring. I don't want to exactly say what it is, but basically, if you sent me happy mail and you didn't get a thank you message from me, then shoot me an email or message me on Instagram. Because yeah, I received some happy mail and there was no note, so I have no idea who they're from. I will feature them in my next haul, of course. I just would love to know who to credit, if possible. If I don't hear back, I will just put them in my haul video, and then hopefully whomever did send them will see that video and I can thank them. I feel so awful when I'm unable to thank someone, and I don't want them to think like I ignored it or something, because I didn't. Anytime I get happy mail, I'm just like, oh, that's so sweet. But yeah, I don't know who to thank on this one, and Amazon does that sometimes. They just don't include the gift receipt, and so it's like, So if you sent happy mail and I didn't thank you, then you might be the one that sent, or Amazon forgot to send your little card with it. So please do reach out to me. Tell me what you sent, and I'll let you know if that's the one. Because yeah, I try to thank the person that day I get it. Or I should say the day I open it, because things come to my P.O. box if you guys use my P.O. box address. And I only check that like twice a week. If it's coming from my Amazon wish list, it comes to my house. And I usually open those the same day. It just depends. If it's around one of my kids' birthdays, then not, because my kids love to open my Amazon packages. It's like the joy of their life. I've created monsters. But they'll like run and get the package and be like, I want to open it. But if it's near one of their birthdays, I'm like, no, you can't. That might be a birthday present. So then they just kind of sit there until I'm ready to open them. And so sometimes I'll find stuff in there and be like, oh, shoot. So, yeah, it's been... And I did just have one of my kids' birthdays, so I opened things a little late, but... I'm using the new Korilynn VanDyke blender, just ever so lightly. It really does just feel like it's the old blender in a wooden case. So less blender, pay more for it. But I don't really notice any big difference here. Feels exactly the same with these Prismas, and I use it with my Prismas all the time, the old one, I mean. So it feels about the same to me. And it's not gripping onto the grayscale, which is just like the old ones. It wouldn't drag the grayscale, so yeah, I'm pretty sure these are the same. But, what else? What else? Let me sharpen this a little. Yeah, it's just been, I've been doing a lot of diamond painting. I find it very relaxing and satisfying to do. Just because you don't have to pick colors. Like, the colors are already pre-picked. All you gotta do is place them. And it's, yeah, it's a pre-printed canvas, but it's still always magical to watch it come to life, because sometimes the colors they have printed on the canvas aren't exactly the color of the diamond you're gonna put down. Like, I'm working on that Moon Elf one right now. I did an unboxing on my channel. And like some of the sky, right? Some of the symbols are orange and like white, but they're actually all various blues when you put the diamonds down. So it's still a mystery, even though it's pre-printed on there. So it just comes to life, and it's really fun, but it's just nice because I don't have to pick the colors out. I just have to place them, and I've been finding that incredibly relaxing to do. I buy like cheap small ones on Amazon as like fillers, because the ones from Diamond Art Club are huge. You can get some small ones, but for the most part they're pretty big projects. They're going to take you a while to finish, and so I've been really enjoying like grabbing some cheap ones from Amazon and just finishing those here and there as like a, you know, quick fix, so you're like, oh, I'm accomplished, and then go back to the next one. In fact, I just finished that Dreamcatcher one from Amazon. I don't think I posted it on Instagram though. I need to do that. So yeah, and then I ordered some from Patty Wax on Etsy because I wanted to give them a try. So I'm gonna unbox those for you guys. I'm really excited about some of these ones that I found on Etsy. But I haven't even gotten to use my summer watercolor palette very much, which is annoying me. Like I said, I haven't been able to get up here and do much because my daughter throws a fit if I do. Like, she has to be distracted by someone and something. So you can't just distract her with something. Like, you need both. So, like right now I had to bribe her older sister to hang out with her so that I could get a WIP Wednesday in here and catch you all up. And yeah, it's just like, please. But I don't paint anywhere but my art studio because it's all set up. It's too hot to sit at my deck and paint, otherwise I would, but it's like, go out there and it's a sauna. So yeah, I want to use my summer palette before I have to change it out to my fall palette. But I do also want to do some mixed media on the channel. I've been getting back into mixed media art canvases. I've been playing around with this new paper clay. Maybe I'll just do some paper clay molds on camera, you know, chatting clay. But I made one just to try it out. The mold was a Prima mold. I also have a lot of old cake decorating molds. For those of you that don't know, I used to be a professional cake decorator. So I have a lot of old molds for gum paste and fondant. And so I found those as well and broke those out. And then I bought some Prima ones and then just some cheap ones, because really you don't need to buy the super expensive Prima molds. But I wanted to try this paper clay. And it did okay. I got a couple, oops, let's drop it. They're really nice and light. That's what I like. So when I use the heavy gel medium, this is gonna hold, whereas like the resin can get kind of heavy. And polymer clay gets too heavy. So I do like this paper clay, but I need to work on getting it into some areas. But yeah, I did want to kind of do something with that on the channel. I think the skin is pretty much done. I have to do a background on this one, but I'll pull this up a little. So yeah, I've got I don't know, these hair inspiration ones, I don't usually do a background because I'm just like, well, it doesn't need one. But, so yeah, I have this WIP here. that I was thinking of tackling, but we're already at a half hour. So maybe what I'll do is just show you what else I'm working on this week. So this I think is done. Unless you have a suggestion for a background that would not take away from the red hair, because the hair inspirations for me is all about highlighting the hair. So if you have a suggestion, put that in the comments below and I'll take a look-see. Although, one thing we did not do was those eyelashes. Okay, now she's done. So yeah, that I consider done right now. I have this one that I started on the stream with Prismas. I have this one here. So I am playing around with the new Arctics pencils, and I'm actually doing a color along. So I filmed, this is only a second layer of skin. It's not too bad. I need a few more layers, but I do have this one as a work in progress right now. I have some mixed media pieces. Oh, my Derwent Lightfast hair is downstairs. I'm too lazy to get that. I was playing in my sketchbook yesterday with a few new paints I had gotten. This was not meant to be. I was layering a few things out. I was also testing one of my colors because I did not like how it was reacting on the paper, and it was reacting weird on my Canson paper, but when I put it on here the gradient was just fine, so it was the Canson paper. But yeah, I was just playing around with some watercolors, doing them a little more saturated. If you don't know what this color is, you don't use watercolor enough. It's Opera Rose. I was just playing. But this was honestly, I just came up here and was like doing some quick doodles, and just honestly playing with some brush strokes. And this one bled on me because I was in such a rush because my daughter gives me like no time. And so I like hurried and did my blow dryer, and I was like, yeah, it's dry enough. And I was just dotting it in here to get this effect right here. But this one was still too wet, and it just, so I'm like, okay. Lesson learned, lesson learned. But yeah, I was just playing with a new brush as well and trying to feel the strokes. I did not like that brush though. So that was interesting, I think. I don't know if I've shown you guys some of the other stuff I've done. I don't know if I've shown this page. I wouldn't even know what paints that was done with, to be honest. I was practicing some ranunculus. For some reason I was doing berries. I'm positive I've shown this page before. I don't know if I have. I'm trying to think the last time I did a sketchbook tour. Because these are all from 430. I know I've shown these ones. I don't know if I've shown these ones. I was testing some new paints and I didn't write down what they were. I was also testing out a gray, which I actually really like that gray. I was seeing how this one granulating color did wet on wet, and it did crap. I also tested over here doing a really loose one. Again, I just like to throw berries in for funsies. I was doing some layering here, some more berries. I don't remember exactly what I was doing. What? My pink, purple. On this one, I know I was just practicing doing roses, but I don't remember what paints. This one, I swear I did this on camera. Yeah, it was like the Roman Schmal botanical set. I mixed up my own greens, I believe is what this was. Because there were no greens in the set, so I mixed. These were like the main greens I made and all the different shades. And then I did a bunch of leaves. I think that's what this was. So that's on camera somewhere. Me creating my own greens. So yeah, maybe this wasn't included in a video. I don't know. And then I was doing something over here with some other paint. But I was doing a really loose, watery, what was this going to be? Oh, it was a hydrangea. And yeah, it kind of got a little wacky, but I still like it. I love these Etcher sketchbooks, so I need to get my summer paint palette out is basically what I'm saying. Maybe I'll do some videos instead of just sitting here and doodling. Just paint something for real. But I think we're going to call WIP Wednesday a wrap. What's a wrap for WIP Wednesday? There we go, 3 W's. So I guess I only did 1 WIP in that whole time, so hooray for me. Let's hope I remember to post this on Instagram, and then yeah, I will try to get back into the swing of doing WIP Wednesdays every week. I just can't guarantee it because, like I said, next week I have another soccer tournament for my son, so I won't even really be in town much. But I have so many videos that I want to do for you guys and so many fun plans. It's just I'm falling behind on it. So yeah, forgive me if things are like bouncing around or just seem all over the place. It's just with my schedule. It'll get back on track when the kids go back to school. I think every parent basically is saying that to themselves. Once school starts, we will be good. But all right, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And until next time, take care. Bye now.